They were the best of times. They were the first of times. What's going on, Alex Yard Zone community? We got Hat Kid confirming the first confirmation of the day. We got JJ and more on the way. Oh, we got a show tonight, baby. Oh, the segments during Mania today. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So welcome, grab a seat. We're gonna go to White Silver Castle Zone today, baby. Hat Kid cashes in on the streak. Oh, and thank you so much, JJ, for the on-screen celebration. Tip of the tea kettle hello to everybody. Thanks, JJ. I wish I saw the tea kettles, but next time I'll see him. All right, baby, let's get the party started. Here I come, man. Look at this, ready to go? Got the level queued up. The game is paused, but the rings still spin. Here I come, rougher than the rest of them, confirms Keo. Hello, Ghostaburb, and hello, Eblo. Eblo says, Sonic Blast, are you a masochist? Well, the thing with, as a Sonic tuber, it's, it's like a contractual obligation that I gotta beat this game every now and again. And it's been a while since I played it on stream. Dude, I mean, even aside from that contract, it's like, hey. Oh, we're in business. Make sure we got incredible volume levels. I mean, Eblo, look at these scan lines. What more could a hedgehog want in this life? Alright, that music is at incredible levels. So let's go. Eblo says the Game Gear didn't even have scan lines. I know, and that's how great this is. If you thought the Game Gear was pretty cool as is, this is like a quality of life improvement. Authentic scan lines. Authentic. If the OG game had scan lines. And yeah, now Keo is asking a very good question as I activate this award-winning gimmick. What's the deal with Cart this weekend? Yeah, because the weekend stream is going to be a Saturday morning affair. And I actually intended to talk with you guys, on stream today, aka right now, about when we can totally do it on Friday. Whoa! This game has... Have I ever found these? JJ, look! It's another epic ring. Sonic just does his pose. Big confirms Ghostaburg. I was looking at the word big and Ghostaburg. Could open a Ghostaburger restaurant. Here we go! Oh yeah, I've done this. And I remember one time I did a trivia thing where I showed you those mountains and said, what is this from? And JJ knew it. I'm proud to say that JJ recognized these very gorgeous mountains. Come on, Eblo, does it get any better than this? This is old school, authentic, nostalgic gaming plus scan lines, but otherwise. Whoa, speed booster that made me miss rings. I'm so glad I stepped on it. What's the point of the speed booster? Look at it. It was an extra life on the table. Now JJ says those platforms were flashing 4 visible every frame. To defeat the on-screen sprite limits. Oh, okay. Are they alternating? That's so interesting and funny. So if I were to pause it... Yeah. At any given time, there's only half of them. Oh my god, that's great. Look at Eblo. This is, living gaming history. Masochism? We get to uncover, and JJ tells us about these absolutely charming, historical facts about how, they work within their limitations to make magic happen. Why can't I kill that man? Keo was vibing with Space Harrier the Hedgehog on that special stage. Ghostaburb is signing on for 5 years of Ghostaburgers. I'm just kidding. Dies. What's my save state? You can see my mouse, but you can't see the drop downs. Yeah, F5. Okay, so Keo says, where are the mountains from? Yeah, the mountains were... This was, like a year ago. I posted a picture on screen and said, where are these mountains from? And JJ correctly identified it as Sonic Blast. It was... So another reason Evlo should be as hyped as me for a stream of Sonic Blast is because of Keith Stack's comics. If you guys never seen Keith Stack's absolutely hilarious comics, he does a lot of different Sonic comics. With they're rated R by and large, but they're really fun. Okay, gotta outrun the gimmick. Oh, does this game have a Sonic Triple Trouble ring system? Nice. JJ scooped up the Thanksgiving song request. Nice, and JJ's got the celebration. Here come the Sonics. Here, I'll stand still. Oh, Sonic is waving to all the little AS2R Sonics. And yes, Evlo, that's the one, Keith John Stack. Yeah, so in the hype train leading up to Sonic Origins Plus, right? I mean, I think we can all agree that the most significant thing in Sonic Origins Plus is the addition of Sonic Blast. And, Knuckles is on the side. And so he was doing, only 150 days until, relive the magic of Sonic Blast. And he did lots of Sonic Blast bits in comic form. Eblo says Sega does what Nintendo don't. Put pre-rendered 3D graphics onto 8-bit systems. Dude, this game is... I died. No, I'll save state here. 2 lives only. Yeah, there's no rings at the beginning of this level. Can I spin dash into the sky? Recon, I could just load state if it doesn't work. That worked. A cool feature where you have to spin dash through the breakable walls. Was this... Did that start in Sonic 3? Breakable walls that you spin dash through? Oh, no, wait, that's in Sonic 1. I'm trying to think of one example of that in Sonic 2. In Sonic 1, you can break through walls on Green Hill, which is pretty sick that it's in the first level of all time. But can you actually, like this? Like Marble Garden has these, but is there any in Sonic 1? Well, Eblo says technically it's not in Sonic 1 because you can't spin dash. Yeah, I guess I meant it as, whoa. You have to be rolling in motion in order to break the Green Hill walls. Ghost of Burb can't recall any breakable walls in Sonic 2. I mean, yeah. I close my eyes and picture Chemical Plant. Should I be afraid of this yellow floor? And how can I jump up there safely? Like that. This is peak gaming. Oh god. That's peak. So this, it's good to spam the... Oh, that's a glitch that's not fair or cool. Come on. Hey, what's up, King Moly? The closest that King Moly can think of in Sonic 2 is the loops in Hilltop. Is that like... Oh god. Is that when you are going on loop-to-loops, and then there's the kind of... Yeah, it's like a tunnel, a vertical tunnel that you crash down through, and you get a lot of points in the process. Do I have to stand next to it to activate it? Yeah, the camera locks in an inconvenient way. This is such a long sequence. I made it. I'm gonna save state here and there for the most authentic scanline experience. Just like as if I was playing this on OG hardware. I guess these things just slow down your speed. Love that double jump. All Sonic games should have a broken double jump. Ring starvation, says Eblo. Kyo thought we were looking at a Dimps pit. Where's the spike wall? Over here? Yes. Another one? Yeah, use your double jump. It comes in handy here. As shown. Yeah, and you get a lot of points for breaking those blocks in Hilltop Zone. And it like counts as a combo, you know? But I don't think you get points for that in Green Hills Breakable Walls. This has been the Breakable Wall Historian. Oh god. I'm so good at these flickering sprite minigames. Yeah, so I'm aiming to get through each act in just 10 minutes each. And given that it's 4:13 p.m., I'm on pace, baby. I gotta update the new music theory video. I guess I was kind of in my head expecting there to be some kind of feedback to say like, alright, you finished the loop. But no, you just keep going around. Now, Eblo says, yeah, did Sonic Blast start the trend of damage only costing some rings instead of all? Yeah, that's a good question. I know that Triple Trouble has it too. So I don't know, I can't remember if Triple Trouble came out first. But yeah, it's, you know, that's an important thing because there are multiple Sonic games even after this generation that do that. Certainly Shadow the Hedgehog 05 has that set up. Can I even attack this man? This one I'm supposed to be in this way? Oh, I can just go up and over. Wait, that will just take me back down. That's useless. Ooh, he moves so uselessly little amounts. Oh, end of level. The camera's set. Yeah, King Mully says, how things been? You missed a lot of streams recently, unfortunately. Yeah, you know, things have been pretty good. Hard at work at the new music theory video. You know, I haven't put out, you know, a traditional music theory video. This is most definitely the longest hiatus ever. And all I can say is that what's keeping me motivated and excited is working on this new video. Which, you know what? We're playing Sonic Blast. We're live on the air right before Thanksgiving. I haven't announced this on YouTube yet, but I have announced it on Patreon. You ready for that? What the? Why can't I kill the guy? The next music theory video, releasing this Christmas Eve, is about a zone from Sonic CD. Baby, see you on Christmas Eve, baby. I tell you, this video is gonna be certified flames, guys. It's gonna be dynamite. It's gonna be momentous. Okay? If you remember, I used the word momentous when I described the Hydrosity video, and that's kind of how it's gonna be a momentous video. And it's about a zone from Sonic CD. Yes, and as Eblo says, Sonic CD doesn't have zones, so it's all a big bit. I'm just kidding. No, but it is, yeah, in Sonic CD, acts are called zones. You know, you get to the boss act. Oh god. And it's, Title Tempest, Zone 3, but we don't talk about that. Unless Eblo's here. And Eblo is here, that's why it came up. I'm just kidding. But yeah. I've been hard at work on that video. And like I was saying, I'm gonna update the production log after tonight's session. Alright, final boss, guys. Okay. Did I just... Alright. Tell me I have at least one more life. Yeah. So now I can save it. Sweet. You didn't think it was gonna be that easy, guys. And I see some chats over on YouTube. Hey, sorry I missed it until now. Funny Frog is in the house. Funny Frog just got, Sonato Generations on sale. Take that, Sega. Nice. How did you get that? Was that, like, a country-specific, promotion that they were doing? Because I know the UK at least gets deals that I don't get as a American. We Americans. Oppressed by Sega Sammy. I'm just kidding. Wow, Keo says it's 25% off Steam Autumn Sale. But we also have Zach the Very Lucky Engine Productions over on YouTube saying, oh boy, it's the worst Sonic game. Sonic Blast? This game is a blast. Seriously, just look at the title. What's up, Zach? And we also have Silver Sobe in the house. Silver Sobe says, my music theory videos are impressive. I know my stuff, man. I really appreciate that, Silver Sobe, and yeah. Without, divulging too much about the new Sonic CD video coming under your Christmas tree this Christmas Eve, it's... All I really need to say is that if you liked other Sonic CD videos you're gonna like this one. A heck of a lot. Hey, how's it going, Bam Kwazam? Welcome to White Castle Zone. Silver Castle? This is peak Sonic, guys. Alright, I was here already. It wants you to activate the gimmick. Go up. Well, it's almost 4:20, so when it's 4:20, that will start the time slot allotted for the final boss. So I'm a little bit ahead of schedule. Aren't I impressing me? That double jump is so adorable. What do I gotta activate? The merry-go... Come on, how did I do this before? I already did this. At least you can recollect your rings in this game. Yep, Keo picked up on the bit. But yeah, Eblo says it's on sale on all platforms, so you can get Shadow Generation. No rings for the final... So that's such a rant... Oh, I have 37 rings. Alright, focus. So I just have to deflect those back. That's the final boss, guys. Furthermore, I can still control Sonic while the camera is way up there. What do you think is around his arms? They look like massive push pins. It looks like he just picked... What the hell's going on? It looked like he bought push pins at the convenience store and then blew them up like in Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Now if I spin dash this... This is truly, worthy of being a final boss. Look how intense it can get. Don't have to do anything. He's shooting in the same spot. This guy takes more hits than Ganondorf. Silver Sobe certifies the 420. Now you might think that oh, Alex, this has taken so long. Are these hits even damaging, Eggman? Look at the explosions. Ah! I beat the game, Zach the Very Lunky Engine Productions. And hey, what's up, Dubious Debs? Hat Kids got the plug for Hat in Time, 50% off. Tears of Mobius spin-off. Yeah, I love this, this cliffside is truly stunning. This cliffside with the beautiful, look at Eggman Leaf. With the beautiful moss on it, this tops anything pre-rendered in Donkey Kong Country OG. Look at that logo. What song is this? Is this song, unique to the credits? Planner. They plan the game out very well. Some devs develop games basically with a blindfold on. Looking at you, who's a classic developer that does that? Oh, there was the stuff we had and now we can't use it, so we have to redo it, maybe Ubisoft. Kiyo's feeling the Castlevania vibes, from that final cutscene. Kojiro Makusa, the sound composer. I'll have to look up that person's resume. Wow, everyone at Aspect got recognized. Kiyo confirms it was the sunset looking over the cliff was like a Castlevania thing. Is that because, the sun's out, all the vampires can't flourish? Because pliers crush. They just collapse in the face of the sun's vitamin D. Okay, yeah, Kiyo says that, in those games, you see Dracula's castle crumbling while you watch from a cliff. Cue the credits. Wow, and look, the year it says is 1996. So that would mean Triple Trouble's gotta be first. In which case, Triple Trouble can be credited with starting the Sonic mechanic where you don't lose all your rings. Silly Yuji Naka. You just take away some, Naka. I assume that was Yuji Naka's idea. I know he talked about it in terms of, that they added the ring system to Sonic 1, very late in development. He said it was only 2 weeks before the game was done that they started, implementing the ring system to keep all ages gamers from, giving up on the game at Marble Zone. Okay, Evlo says it wasn't his idea, but he did explain it. All right, so it wasn't Yuji Naka's specifically his idea, but yes, he did talk about that within the past year or so. It's now time to open Sonic Cross Shadow Generations. That's technically what I'm playing right now. Yeah, now Kiyo says, wait, no Tails in this game? No Tails. And so Sonic Blast lands in the pantheon with Sonic and Knuckles as a game where there's only 2 playable characters. Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah, Evlo says Tails is still dead from Sonic 2 8-Bits bad ending. It is strange to have absolutely no Tails at all. Like, I don't know if there's any hidden sprite work someplace or something. Why isn't this true full screen? You're going to see the game in a brief moment. Guys, there's an Uncharted sale. Legacy of Thieves collection. 60% off. Only $19.99. What? Speaking of Yasuhara. He worked with Naka. Alright, let's get Shadow Generations in the mix. No visuals yet, but they're coming soon. Shadow Generations. I'll make sure the audio is at a good level. Great. Generations 24, and I gotta turn off the Kega mapping. So yeah, if any moderators with the ability would like to update the stream category, you can pull the trigger. Kio's ready for Leonard Generations time. Let's do it, baby. What am I trying to click on? Oh, yeah. Button mapping. I gotta climb a mountain. Hey, why is this? What the hell? Why did Sonic Generations disappear? Shadow. Oh, is it because it technically opens a new window? Now, can I change the settings? Like this button. Ah, happiness at last. Yes, as Keo says, it's time for Leonard Generations. We got to save Penny Robotnik. Yes, and Keo says that's the Sonic Heroes character select music. You're right. Did I say something else? Did I say Chaotix by accident? This is the... Guys, Heroes is the next remake. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. The reasons are very clear. It's an amazing game, and they remade Rail Canyon and Shadow Gens. What happened to the music? Is that because... Did I pick the wrong file or something? Because this is just the start of the... We played through this on stream. Don't tell me it didn't save. Okay, there we go. File 3. I must have been clicking and clicking. Keo says, do we really want more navel-gazing Sonic games, though? Well, why is Sonic Heroes any more navel-gazing than, you know, a remake of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2? Edlo says, when was the last time a Sonic game didn't navel-gaze? Unleashed? Colors did its own thing, although Colors was before Generation. Colors counts, confirms Eblo. And Lost World isn't a Memberberry Fest to a fault. We get the Deadly Six instead. Alright, how far have I gotten? Aw, sweet. Just have to do one challenge act. So, pick the easiest one, guys. So, his double jump in this game is like horizontal. Eblo will discount Lost World for arbitrary reasons, like most people. Now, can I just switch from gate to gate? No, you can only do that in Shadow Gens. Collect the rings by the sprinkler. This should be wacky and fun. Keo says, give me Heroes 2, or at least Heroes Plus with polish. But Heroes isn't... you know, just a member berries or navel gaze. Dude, it's all new zones. It's peak music. What the hell? Why is this so awkward to control? Oh, the rings just dissipate? And what is boost? Is it R? Okay, it is R. This is brutal. Now, Eblo is looking to fight Metal Overlord again. Is that in Shadow Cross? Is that the bit? Oh no, Metal Overlord, that's the hero's final boss, right? Dude, I'm doing so good at this collect the rings minigame. I don't know if the current is pushing me or what. This is peak gaming. Sonic can drown in this, right? I gotta be careful. Dude, look at me. Getting nothing done. Falling down into a no activity little area. Alright, well if the thing is hissing, I should start over.
Sprinklers are scattering rings everywhere. Chase after them and collect as many rings as you can.
Can I even get up there? You know, this is driving. You know, I think I'm having dead zone issues, and so I think what I just need to quickly do is do a dead zone recap. Could I show you guys the... No. Alright. I'm just gonna take a deep breath and... I just need a moment, guys. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Hey guys, it's Alex. Thanks. I just really needed to. It's probably best I don't elaborate on it, except that it's like you ever had a dream where it feels like everything you do, you're trying to walk, but you're walking in mud, and it's so hard to just walk anywhere, and it's nothing else I should say about that. Except I'm truly sorry, and I thank you for your patience, and, I will 100% pull the trigger on a new controller. I've had a Best Buy gift card, and it's time to go ahead and use it, right? One stream getting held up is one too many. Let's shake things up with a 200 boost bit. So my boost gauge is doubled, but I don't think it gets reset, Yes, now JJ says make sure it's first party. Indeed, yeah. I mean,
Your boost gauge is twice as big as usual, but this time it won't replenish. Reach the goal within the time limit by rationing out your gauge.
You just straight up die.
Your boost gauge is twice as big as usual, but this time it won't replenish. Reach the goal within the time limit by rationing out your gauge.
Alright, I guess when... He's not moving. Yep, he's not moving. So right now, I'm just deciding, should we just cut right to Sonic Mania and have a new controller? In place for next stream. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Elmarian? Elmarian wonders if I have Joy-Con drift, and yeah, I think that's the classic issue. So I'm playing on a Pro controller, but I think also Pro controllers are known to have issues. But yes, JJ has a positive spin, which is, can I beat Sonic Gens without holding right? Now, it's very funny you say that, JJ, because there will be an on-screen segment today about that kind of arbitrary challenge. Just you wait. Interesting. Eblo says all modern first-party controllers are susceptible to drifting. So, alright, let me... I don't know why I'm trying again and expecting a different result. But look, it's working. Yeah, I don't think it's the controller on one specific aspect. These are incredibly awkward to use, and it is so much better in Shadow Gen. That's the main reason it's kind of inexcusable. It's because it's so much better in Shadow Generation. No boost. Thank you so much, JJ, for the consolation 100 bits in my time of sorrow. Thank you for giving me a spirit boost. Yeah, Elmarion says bummer issue with the Nintendo Switch, but it's a frequent thing. Yeah, and, no controllers should deteriorate like this, but I have been using it for 5 years or something for all gaming. So it's not, it's not like I bought it a year ago. At least I got a great many hours on it. But, guys, I think we should just jump to... It's 4:45. I am going to probably pull my hair out if I try to keep playing this, or try to... I don't even know. All of that is a moot point. So let me declare right now that when you see me next time on stream, I will have a new controller. I said it out loud. Now that's the plan. Hey, what's up, Third Bruno? Yeah, Eblo says all first-party controllers, have this issue, but Joy-Cons get the worst of it. And yeah, as Elmarion says, 5 years is indeed a decent lifespan. Yeah, so, and this is for all my gaming on, right? I've pretty much, every stream I've ever done, just stream, right? That's not even counting my off-stream gaming, but every stream I've ever done was all with this one controller. So, with that in mind, it's not the worst. Hat Kid says get a PS5 pad. Can my Nintendo Switch handle such an epic machine device, a PS5 pad? Alright, so, JJ, would you be cool with getting going with Mania now? Mania is gonna use the D-pad, so there should be no problems. Okay, Hat Kid says for my PC, get the PS5 pad. I guess the issue with that, Hat Kid, is just that, if I bought a PS5 controller from my PC, I would still need a controller from my Switch. And then I would just have to buy 2 controllers. Alright, cool. Thanks, JJ, for being flexible. And I'm actually going to stay on camera as I set up Mania. Interesting. Ghostaberb says an Xbox controller works on Switch. Ghostaberb believes, anyway. Interesting. Keo got an Xbox One pad to play Dark Souls, but its triggers flaked out super fast. Keo's just about done with first party after that. So, if you're done with first party, does that mean you just look on the third party market for stuff? Alright, so I'm going to open Mania now. Get some good functional controller vibes. Yeah, and I was using D-pad for Sonic Blast. I love that when you use the CRT filter in Mania, it's even applied to, like the opening logos and title and everything. Why isn't this cooperating? I think I might know why. I know you can't see the game yet. Ooh, and Silver Sobe has a good question I'm going to answer. And yeah, JJ's figuring out some tech issues. It's perfectly cool. I need a moment too to make it borderless full screen so you can see it. Oh, does this not have... I'm pressing the FromSoft button. I need to press the Sega button. Yeah, is this always how I do it? Okay, window border off. At least the waiting zone, comfort zone music is great. Do I always play Mania in a windowed format? That's whatever. I know it'll work, so I'll do it. Elmarian's noticing that there endless mind motif in the menu. Yes, indeed. And I was very glad to spotlight that in the shadow video. Window border. Come on, Alex, focus. I can't believe that 3x is the biggest, but who cares? Actually, can I? Yeah, why is it 1920 by 1080? Alright, stop thinking out loud, Alex. Just make it happen. Mania here. Yeah, it's a moot point, but Lorestream has an interesting teaser. Have we heard the news about Ian's podcast? No, that sounds ominous and or exciting. That could be that, he got picked up by Spotify and now they're going to be a 5 days a week podcast, or it could be that it's going to end soon. What's the scoop, Lorestream? You do have my curiosity. As I open JJ's feed. And that's got to be Ian Potto's podcast, right? That was his underground street name. Discord. Let's get JJ's feed. But I haven't forgot about Silver Soapy's question. Alright, let's see. JJ here. Interesting. Lorestream says, starting in 2025, all of the Sonic-related questions coming their way will be vetted by Sega first. So do you know what prompted that? Was there, some episode where they didn't like where things went, or do we have no idea what the actual cause was? And yeah, Ian Flynn, whenever he talks about that it's so... Alright, JJ says it's fixed. I wonder why I can't see it. I'm looking at the Discord, the call, and your stream, it says, let me exit out and come back in. Yeah, it says stream paused. JJ, oh, is it loading now? There we go. Okay, and Lorestream says they won't be doing any more monthly live Q&As. Now, that's not the Twitter takeover, right? That's like, they were doing monthly, live action Q&As. Did someone ask the wrong question about money and gambling? And Sega was like, no, we got to have this more highly controlled. What did Ian leak? What did he do? All right, I just need to open JJ's feed. And here it is. All right, success. Okay. Okay, Lore Stream says that, and I'm going to be setting up the wager as I say this. Lore Stream says that, yeah, on those live Q&As, they would answer super chats and everything. All right, so now begins the Sonic Show's quest to comb through an entire year worth of those Q&As to figure out what thing could it have been that made Sega a little uneasy. Who will win the score wager? Alex or JJ? Okay, so today, as advertised, we're starting at Green Hill and finishing. You have to beat the boss of Stardust Speedway. So 30 minutes have begun. Lorestream says some people are joking that maybe it's because that one question he answered about how each character would react to Sonic slapping them on the behind. It's a shame. It'd be good if we can have nice things, but when they, go in that direction, I don't blame Sega. But all right, thanks for your patience, everyone. I believe JJ's ready, so let me just queue up a file. Mania mode. I got all these Ray files because we were doing Ray Emerald wagers. That was fun. So we'll be playing as Sonic. Alright, JJ's ready. So, let me... Ooh, and I see 690 points have already been bet on JJ the Hedgehog. Okay. So, let me do the canonical 3, 2, 1 countdown in chat. 3, 2, 1. Begin the adventure. Oh, baby. Wow, 270 points bet on me, and I didn't even have to do anything. Now you know that when you place a bet, even after you place your bet, you can go back and increase your bet, but you can't decrease it and you can't change what you picked. But you can add more. So if you bet on me early on, and then you see I'm absolutely tearing up the stream, beating JJ a lot. Oh, and if any moderator has a moment, feel free to update the stream category. JJ says, always has been. Sorry, I forget what that is. Oh god. Classical bridge. So yeah, guys. How about as soon as I get to the Act 1 boss, I'll put on the first on-screen bit. Don't even have to wait to Act 2. Okay, thank you, Keo. Alright, and Keo says JJ was playing off that all Ray bit. All Ray, all day, makes Jack a happy boy. So yeah, Silver Sobe had been asked before, have I been playing any games off stream? So lately, not very much, but it's partly because my off-stream gaming has overlapped with night streams of Dark Souls, and I played a little bit of Halo and other, but it's mostly because I'm in a big Dark Souls kick at the moment. So a lot of my off-stream gaming sessions actually happen on-stream, technically, but it's like, low-key night streams that I don't have those post on Alex Yard Adventure on YouTube. They're only on Twitch. But other than that, oh no. The only other game that I was playing is Serious Sam. And Serious Sam is a first-person shooter that Sam, Hat Kid Sam 64 gifted to me. That's where the Sam in his username comes from, Serious Sam. So that's fun to just play that for like 20 minutes before I go to bed. It's just a first-person shooter with lots of wacky monsters and tons of enemies on screen at the same time. Yeah, now Laura Stream just noticed. Yeah. So because we're playing for points, yeah, it's less of a concern that, we're at the same point in the adventure. Well, guys, I have 155 rings. And my full cool bonus. How many rings does JJ have? I can't see. Wow, there's already 2,000 points bet on JJ. That's important. Now Hat Kid says, I gotta fight the boss. You sent me a Switch Pro Pad for 40 something. You mean a link? Yeah, I can look at that later. I don't know if that's ideal for me. Yeah, now Keo says, be careful with them bets. Remember Sonic Advance 2 last week? Yeah, and there may be an on-screen segment about that today. But yeah, thank you to the person who updated the stream category. But yeah. So it's kind of funny that I don't really have any game that I'm actively playing outside of Dark Souls. And it's partly because I'm so laser focused on doing the Sonic CD video that, yeah, it's just do some night streams of Dark Souls. But otherwise, me and JJ have been, it's been in the cards to do another Super Metroid race. And in all honesty, I haven't been playing that a lot. But I think, I have so many Super Metroid runs under my belt that I still think I could hold a candle to JJ, even if I don't do a lot of practice. Dangerous bridge. Doo-doo. Rings. Oh, I forgot about the bit. First bit of the day, guys. Check it out. So, what we're looking at here, guys, is the Game Award category for the legendary Sonic-friendly category of Best Family Game. Now, last year, Sonic lost to Mario Wonder, I believe, because Mario Wonder is family-friendly, unfortunately. Okay? But if you notice, there ain't no Shadow in the mix, which is pretty wild to me. That's very wild. Because it's a knockout game that's highly rated. Family friendly. Is it because Shadow is too edgy for families? But also because, oh, that was way too close. But that was a cool combo in the end. But can I keep these rings? Steps on the bridge. Well, I always mess up on the Death Egg robot anyway, so I don't care. But I mustn't lose all these cool bonus points. Oh my god, cool bonus depletion. Now Eblo says Jeff hates Sonic. Yeah, was it Sonic Frontiers that was in the Best Family Game? I forget. But, yeah, now that, DLCs and, I guess, remakes and remasters are included, Shadow Gens should have been included in that. I absolutely did horrible this act. Yeah, I struggled to beat this boss without taking any hits anyway. Is that enough of a slope to get him? Didn't even need to spin dash. But we'll dance around until the world ends, won't we? Slope technology, says Keo. Oh god, I could have gotten another hit by standing on his arm. Gotcha, Eggy. Lost all rings. Didn't take a hit on the boss. Lorestream says you don't use the arms. Yeah, I do. In that particular instance, I wasn't thinking he was going to throw his arm, but then he did. Now, Eblo says, never forget the year when Sonic Frontiers didn't get a single nomination until Player's Choice. While God of War Ragnarok came out a day after it was in every category it remotely fit. Yeah, so... Okay, Superstars was the game I was thinking of. So, did Frontiers not get nominated for anything? But Superstars did at least. But yeah, what are the other games in there? Balatro is not a family game, because I guess it's not an MMO, and there's nowhere to go in that game. You're at the table playing cards. I don't know if Balatro is canonically taking place at... Oh my god, this is... Every good run of Sonic Mania starts at some point. And for me, it's right now. Frontiers got 0 nominations, certifies Eblo. Yeah, okay, outside the... Okay, yeah, sorry, Eblo, I kind of forgot what you had said, my bad. But yes, that was Frontiers, it didn't get nominated, sorry. Yeah, I guess it's gonna go to Astrobot. Can I go under this? But yeah, no Shadow. No Shadow. But at least you got to see that cool art that I grabbed off of Google. But it was Creative Commons. I try not to just grab random Sonic artwork willy-nilly. I got the combi ring, guys. That bodes well. Aw, man. Game Awards coming this December 12th. Yeah, Eblo wonders, how is Shadow not family friendly? The ESRB even kindly made a new rating just for him. Yeah, that was... And to think that the legend goes that Shadow the Hedgehog, was supposed to be just an M-rated game with F-bombs. But it was only due to the timing that they were just creating that new category that they were like, oh, we can just do this. And yet they were allowed to say, damn you and damn Emerald. I think they might say hell, go to hell, possibly. Go in here. Don't get crushed. Lorestream says, in this era of ours where remakes are considered for Game of the Year, it's criminal that South by Southwest didn't get any kind of nomination. What's S? Oh, Sonic Cross Shadow. I forgot that they both start with S and have a cross in the new remake. Yeah, that is bizarre, because it's finally a good Sonic game. People dunk on Sonic games, so that means you gotta go out of your way to praise a game when it's good. Don't give up. Alright, when I get to this boss, I shall trigger the next bit. Yeah, Eblo, stands by the claim that Jeff Keighley is conspiring against either the Sonic franchise itself or the Sonic fan base. Yeah, because, well, see, there could be something to that, but I also think Jeff Keighley stands to benefit by being kind to Sega, because they're an advertiser. Sega, last year at the Game Awards, was when Sega dropped their trailer for, like, the Shinobi and Jet Set Radio stuff. Alright, here's the boss. Let's go to the next segment. Alright, so this, Sonic Hub. Before I say anything... Uh-oh. before I say anything about Sonic Hub, do we got any Sonic Hub fans in the house? Do you like the channel? Do you dislike it? I'm trying to figure out how I feel about it. Damn it! You... Yeah, Evlo says, Alex, come on. You're making it hard to blame Jeff for anything. Yeah, Jeff accepts Sega's money to advertise during the Game Awards, so... I would be more apt to believe... Like, first of all, they're absolutely still... You know, there could be something like what Evlo's saying that's happening. But... Yeah, I don't know. I could picture Jeff Keighley, you know, hating Sonic fans and only normalizing Sonic when it's absolutely necessary. Ghost of Burb has maybe never visited the channel. Lorestream says it sounds familiar. Don't they play Sonic Speed Simulator or something? That I wouldn't be surprised. But, yeah, I must have seen that channel before, Sonic Hub, before this week, but maybe never clicked it. It's got over 500,000 subscribers. Like, because it's got over 500,000, I'm just surprised that it never comes up in conversation, but maybe the reason for that is that the type of content it has. So, in a move subsequent to Sonic Hub, let's sample some recent offerings from Sonic Hub, okay? First of all, you have Busting 11 Sonic Superstars myths. Oh gosh darn it. It's ready-made for the algorithm. It's got an intriguing, thumbnail, I suppose. And he has more than one video, where he just debunks Superstars myths. So he probably has, he will take the premise of a video and do it multiple times. Like, oh, bust 10 more Sonic myths. But the other one is, can you beat Sonic Superstars without touching, each character's colors? Okay? So what that means is that if you play as Sonic, you're not allowed to touch anything blue. And basically what we're doing is hanging out in the Swanky Box workshop, picking an arbitrary challenge. And I started to watch it out of curiosity. He starts playing as Knuckles, and then he's walking along saying, well, Knuckles is red, so far so good, because Bridge Island Zone has nice green grass. And then he comes up on one of those crab lobster enemies, and it's red, and he says, oh, that enemy is red, so I can't kill it. And it's apply that philosophy to all characters in all levels. Sonic Hub, everybody. So I guess it's kind of, empty calorie, content mill. But look, I can't hate on it too much because I'm sure it brings a lot of people joy and entertainment. But I worry that it's, I don't know. It's got like all those fancy editing tricks. It's got, like, you ever click on a YouTube video and right off the bat, every word that the person is saying appears on screen. Like, every single word. And sometimes, instead of putting an entire sentence at the bottom of the screen, it's like every word has a new word pop up on screen. Like, hello, guys. Welcome to, like, it updates the text every couple of words. And yeah, Lorestream says it seems geared toward kids. And yeah, definitely. That I suppose that, yeah, that would explain a lot of the kind of approach. But, it's a shame because It's not very kind of pleasant or entertaining for me personally. But like in the Superstars video, there are admittedly some kind of, oh god, interesting facts that he discovered. Like, he pointed out in Bean Machine time, all my hard work at the Bean Machine game is paying off because this mini game actually requires no skill. I feel like if I try to get combos, I'm just gonna do worse. Tries to get combos. I assume that when Eggman gets combos, the amount of junk he sends to me is not nearly as much as it is, you know, in the actual game. It's probably a lot less junk. Eblo says Christian Whitehead included this as a reference to the Mean Bean Cafe in Sonic Movie 2. He sure did. And that was a very important chapter in Sonic's lore history. The Mean Bean Machine reference. And then also a Splash Hill reference. Because everyone loves Sonic 4. Especially T. Lopes. He put the White Park melody in Penny's Big Brokeaway. First level. Now you're playing Penny. Think back to Sonic 4. Stream says, wait a minute. Brokeaway? See what I did there? They had to fire everyone because they made a game that was designed for no one except Christian himself. Designed by committee. I want to add this to the character design. Ooh, put these little things on her shoulders. Another person says, change the shape of her eyes. Someone else says, I have an idea for this thing we can have dangling off the hat. Have you guys ever seen the Simpsons episode? No, I rant about Penny Brokeaway enough. I should not right now. Hey, what's up, Lawrence, over on YouTube? I'm so glad you love this game. I do too. I see DJ has 103,000. And he's already on the boss of this act. So I better have a perfect Act 1. And that's just in time for the next segment. Alright, so look at this. No Sonic Movie 3 spoilers or anything. But they just announced, and I don't completely understand how these are calculated, but they're box office projections. Somehow the experts, I don't know if it's just people who work at Paramount or if it's industry trade magazines, they somehow come up with an estimate of how much they expect the movie to gross, okay? Now, as you well know, if you've seen the Shadow video that I made about Shadow Music Theory, you know full well that Sonic Movie 3 is going to compete at the movie theater box office not with Avatar 3, but Lion King 9, Mufasa, The Last Airbender. And, but get this. Even though they are both, you know, CGI talking animal content slices, the projection for Sonic Movie 3 is higher by a robust $5 million. So, yeah. Sonic Movie 3 already wins. Because the projections always pan out to be exactly what they predict. So, we already got the W, guys. Take that, Lion King. Nice. Lawrence says there's a cool mod for this game where you can get the hyper forms of the Charcoal. Is Charcoal a cut character from Sonic 1? I can't quite place it. Lorestream wonders, did I ever end up playing the game? Penny's Big Breakaway, or was seeing it in action enough? Yeah, seeing it in action was enough, and I promise I won't go on a Brokeaway rant. But I didn't like the automated gimmicks, like the carousel that spins you around and then launches you while you do nothing and wait to take back control of Penny. I didn't like that everything you do gets points. It's an insult to combos. Just jumping contributes to a combo. Oh god. Is it boss time? And I got all these rings. This is high stakes. My wager might be micro-doomed if I don't perfect this boss. So no looking at chat. I have the power of Mufasa and Shadow at my disposal. Oh god. Missile first. Use the rolling method, I don't care. Eblo wonders what's going to happen to the Sonic movie franchise after Pokemon... No, Nintendo sues Paramount for calling Tails a Pokemon. Yeah, I bet they'll do that because they were not quite able to sue Pal World due to the... Oh, due to it being covered by, I don't know, fair use or just whatever. Transformative. So they're going to take it out on Tails specifically. Yeah, I'm sure that Wade will be in movie 3, and he'll just quickly look at Tails and say, "What are you, a Pokemon? Where'd you come from?" Guys, I did it. 151 rings. I'm back in it, baby. Okay, so the mod that Lawrence was talking about is actually about hyperforms of the characters. And then Lorestream had said, if you would consult the graphs, which graphs? Box office charts? Guys, it's the Act 2 Studiopolis remix that you all like as much as me, which is great to commemorate the next bit. Alright, look at that image on screen. And there's something a little bit notable about it. Let's see if anyone can figure out what's notable about... I won't even say what game it is, so as to not... It should be pretty obvious, but what is notable about what you see on screen? Tails with Sonic. Dude, JJ is doing a wager competition against me as we speak, and he was still able to get it first. Alright. But why is that notable, actually? I assume... that you're kind of hinting at what's unusual about this. Meanwhile, Lawrence says seeing Tails with the Flicky army of death in this game is really cool. Oh yeah, with the Flickies that, fly around you and insta-kill enemies that come in contact. Alright, sweet. JJ confirms what it is. Yes. So what you're looking at in that screenshot is in fact Sonic Advance 1, which you might not have known that there's a way to get, the classic Sonic 2, you play as Sonic with Tails following along. Is this a gimmick? It's Studiopolis after all. This might as well be called Gimmick Mountain 2. Yeah, so it's a cheat code. Now I admit, I think I found this fun fact on Sonic Hub. Here I say that like it's a guilty pleasure. It's not a guilty pleasure, it's just unfortunate that, such good and useful factoids. Damn it! I love you, Christian Whitehead. Thank you for putting those horrible troll microphone eminies. A good badnik combo to make up for it. Alright, Eblo says no cheat code. Isn't it a cheat code? Oh, jeez. This is... I guess I'm gonna get 1,000 points I don't deserve. Yeah, so is it not a cheat code? isn't it like, you have to press like down, down, up, or something like that on the character select screen? Or do you have to scan it into your e-reader? We figured out that the e-reader was specifically a Game Boy Advance bit. Oh, okay. Evlo is in fact quoting the Sonic 3 trailer, so I won't say it again in case some people consider, any joke. Yeah, some people, pretty much like me, don't want to know anything about the trailers. There's been one reveal that, has been... It's a reveal of a detail in Sonic Movie 3 that I'm happy to see. And I'm actually not upset that I saw it. I'm just... They showed a detail... Yeah, it's pointless for me to talk about it if I can't say what it is, but... But yeah, since you can play as Sonic with Tails in Sonic Advance 1, we ought to do a stream of that. Me versus JJ. Is there a vocal sample in that boss music? Damn. 3 hits, man. Oh, you can hit him from the ground. Did they patch it to make it easier to hit him from the ground? Or is this because this is Sonic Mania Origins? So the physics and movement is all weird. Lawrence says the Sonic 3 movie looks really cool. I'm gonna go see it at the theater. In fact, is the next on-screen bit about movie 3? No, it's about Yuka Replayly, the demo. Did you guys know that there exists a Yuka Replayly demo? Ant Dude has it. I don't know what black market he got in good with in order to get it. But yeah, I was listening to Ant Dude. Even though I have some Will Smith-esque concerns about how he backed up Gerard the Constructionist when all the poop went down. Don't think I forgot about that. Anthony Dude, Ant Dude, and also Gilly the Kid. But I was able to grit my teeth and grimace and listen to Ant Dude talk about Yuka Replayly. And one thing I learned, which is kind of funny and interesting, especially, with everything we talk about game design and balance, pacing. He was given his impressions of the new Yuka Replayly remake of Yooka-Laylee, and he said that, you guys know the Talon Trot move? Like in Banjo-Kazooie, the Talon Trot move, once you get that move, you can do it anytime you want. And basically, it's Kazooie walking, and Banjo is up, in the backpack. And because it's Kazooie, Kazooie can run faster. And of course, in the original game, it has that unpleasant hop, 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 hop for every step you take of the Talon Trot. Okay? So it turns out that per Ant Dude Anthony Dude, in the original Yooka-Laylee, the equivalent move of a Talon Trot actually used, your energy bar. I guess there's a stamina bar in Yooka-Laylee, which is really funny, given all the Dark Souls, oh my, discussions that we've been having as of lately. So there's a stamina bar in Yooka-Laylee, and apparently in OG Yooka-Laylee, using the Talon Trot Kazooie move depleted your stamina bar. But in Yuka Replayly, they changed it so that it doesn't cost you any stamina. So, I'm not even saying that's necessarily bad, just that it is a material change to the game. And so, yeah. Again, I'm not necessarily opposed to it, but it's partly because I don't have a stake in ukulele. I never played ukulele, so I couldn't tell you from any first-hand experience whether, the Talon Trot using energy is like for the best. So it might, you might be able to break the game a little bit more. So if you can just talent trot anytime you want. Dirty Redneck is just grateful that both Sonic movies thus far have done well and will be happily rewatchable in the future. Let's just hope they keep it up. Yeah, and I have my gripes with Sonic Movie 2, but I can, in many cases, just be happy that most of the Sonic fan base loves it, and it's bringing in new fans. I can at least take that W for Sonic. Yeah, sorry, Keo says the conversation's really complicated if you don't know what Talon Trot is. Yeah, I guess I tried my best to explain what it is as a faster running move. But Eblo says it's a platformer, not some stealth action whatever game. Eblo says, let me do the run ability freely, you cowards. Yeah, so the only reason why I can't really weigh in is because let me put it this way. If I played ukulele with the stamina bar for the Talon Trot, then, you know, as I'm playing the game, I'm able to say, like, okay, here's the way they set it up. Is this balanced? Does this make the game more rewarding? Or does it just seem to be kind of pointless and only a detraction? You know, if using the Talon Trot, yeah, I don't know. Having a stamina, that just seems like a very straightforward move so that you don't lean on the Talon Trot. That would kind of make the game too easy. And to this day, I believe that, like, if ukulele added a stamina bar as a balancing mechanism so you don't use the strong Talon Trot too much, well, they also put a balancing mechanism in Banjo-Kazooie. It wasn't a stamina bar, but it was that horrible noise that Kazooie made that's really annoying. Hop, 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 hop. Alright, 110 rings. Star Wars Trash Compactor. I definitely screwed up this boss in previous wages. So I gotta be on top of my game. Use the Force, Luke. Don't get crushed in the trash. Such a bogus boss, dude. Such a bogus boss. Interesting. Eblo did play ukulele, but it's been so long, like 7 years. You do remember the ability where Lele runs on Yuka? That probably is what it is, Eblo. It's like, and I think I've seen, if that's the move I'm thinking of, I've seen it in trailers. It's like one character stands on the other as if, like, the lower character is now a ball that you're balancing on. Oh god. Don't lose your cool bonus. Yuka roll, says Hat Kid Sam. Keo suggests that they could make that move like Ape Escape, where your ability to keep it up relies on your ability to keep spinning the hula hoop. So the requirement to be able to keep doing that dash is you have to be moving the right stick consistently in a circle. So does it become one of those hand-eye coordination challenges where you have to, like, rub your head in a circle while patting your stomach up and down and try to maintain the task of both hands? It's hard. I tried, I succeeded, but it wasn't easy. And that's what got me into the college that I was applying to. That was the big focal point of my interview. SMB fan is seeing JJ a great deal ahead of me. Yeah, so it's a huge relief that this competition is not a time-based speedrun bit, but is rather a points thing. And let's see. So JJ has 193. So if I have a Dynamite Act 2, it's possible. And I genuinely do think that I could beat the boss of Act 2 with taking no hits at all. Nice. Hat Kid has both games on Switch and PC. That's got to be Yooka-Laylee 1, A New Hope, followed by Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair, the 2D Donkey Kong Country homage. Dirty Redneck has played banjo and ukulele, but you couldn't finish uke. You couldn't finish ukulele, but can't stop playing banjo. Dude, Banjo-Kazooie was lightning in the bottle. One does not simply recreate the magic of BK and evolve it forward. How about an endless mind? No, spikes. Is this the right way to go? I feel like I can go backwards, but there's the only way to go. Alright, whatever. Nice. SMB fan is gonna save up some points to oh god. To one day pitch a song for the hold up zone. Oh, I almost got sliced. I'm almost gonna slice me. Those things always scared me as a kid, like they looked so sharp. And somehow I understood that they're wicked sharp, but them spinning somehow accomplishes like what a propeller accomplishes on a plane in terms of getting you airborne. Wow, those mice are a different color. Kyo also has the pro tip, you need to equip the hula. So, no weapon available. Kyo remembers the Abe's Odyssey Meat Grinders. That sounds like it's rated E for everyone. And so I don't know why it wasn't featured in Jeff Keighley's Game Awards for Best Family Game. Yeah, I think I, for a long time, somehow got mixed up in my head. Ape Escape versus... what is it? Oddworld, Abe's Exodus? Abe's Exodus. Danger. Alright, this is a high-stakes moment. Oh, God. Oh, he... Yeah, that's such a difficult part, bro. Is this where you're supposed to go? And so it was totally unnecessary for me to go where I... Is this a dead end? This is just a little bit... So you do have to go... This part is so hard to get through without taking time. I really hate it. I really hate it. I think it's bad. Wicked Shop notices Dirty Redneck. Wondering if I'm from down East Maine. I might as well be. With my accent in the Desert Palace video when I talk about desert buzzards. You know, desert buzzards. Do. You know what Lawrence's favorite song from this here Mania is? Danger on the Dance Floor. Now, I guess that's the trivia question of the moment. Sonic Mania's song Danger on the Dance Floor is from which? That's gotta be a... If I had to guess, that would be the mini-boss theme, you know, the Act 1 boss. But feel free to tell me, Lawrence. Alright, Kyo confirms mini-boss theme. Yeah, so that, I'm not surprised. That's cool that it has that title. I have to think that that's a reference. God. A reference to, of course, the Sonic 3 standalone mini-boss theme. Which is, of course, based on Blood on the... So here's the fascinating thing. I don't know if I ever, talked about this on stream. But while looking into it fairly recent... So, of course, we all know that Brad Buxer's team did the Sonic 3 mini-boss music. Yeah, come on. You know the one. It's iconic, and it got erased from Sonic and Knuckles, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and I'll never forgive Sega. But it is in standalone Sonic 3. Only cool kids on the street got to hear Michael Jackson teams, okay? But, years later, people find the music similarities. They find out that Brad Buxer did, that song, among others, and... Takes another hit. But the thing is, so the song that he based it on is Blood on the Dance Floor by Michael Jackson. Now, what is Brad Buxer's credit on Blood on the Dance Floor? I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's only drum programming. So I don't even think he's credited as a composer. So if Brad Buxer is actually not a composer of Blood on the Dance Floor, then you start to think, well, who made that beat? Who made that beat? If Brad Buxer's only participation was programming it, well, that meant someone else came up with the beat. Now, who could that be? I think there are 3 people credited with writing Blood on the Dance Floor. And those people are someone I can't remember, Michael Jackson, and finally Teddy Riley. Now, Teddy Riley is like the father of New Jack Swing. You've heard me talk about him in Sonic CD videos. So I mention this as if to say that Knuckles beat that's also in the mini-boss theme, that may have been composed by the father of New Jack Swing, Teddy Flippin' Riley. And it would make sense because Michael, he was a songwriter in a way, but he very often had assistance from other composers. So, yeah. That's the theory that and I'm going to have to double check to see if there was a third composer on Blood on the Dance Floor. But it also could have, it could have been Michael. It could have been Michael just beatboxing. Like, I could picture Michael hanging around the studio beatboxing with that beat. Yes, now Lawrence says, in just Sonic 3, you'll hear the Knuckles theme music in the mini-boss music. Yes, indeed. And you'll hear something very similar to it in Mushroom Hill, which that's even more surprising given that, Sonic and Knuckles and subsequently Sonic 3 and Knuckles, by and large removed any traces of Michael and Brad Buxer. But yeah, Dirty Redneck was vibing with the quality of that boss. Dude, Keo loves that there song trivia. So yeah, I know Teddy Riley is watching the stream right now, so if you ever have a sec, just send me a whisper. I want to know if you composed the... It's a sick beat, don't get me wrong. And how about the next bit? This could be about the movie. Yes, it is. Sonic. No spoilers for movie 3, but I will spoil one of the promotional items you can get. A Sonic's Head popcorn bowl. And then there's also that drink. Now, I never buy those commemorative things. And I remember seeing one when I went to see Sonic Movie 1. They had some kind of special big drinkable mug thing, whatever, but I don't spring for those. But part of the reason I wanted to briefly show you the Sonic popcorn bucket is very simply because Sonic Movie 3 got outdone in the popcorn bucket department. And when I say that, I mean, look how Keanu Reeves got outdone. By Pedro Pascal, Denzel Washington, and some other guy. So Gladiator Part 2 just came out. It has Denzel playing typical Denzel. Okay, but why did I show you this? Because the Gladiator 2 popcorn bucket takes the popcorn bucket genre to a new level, okay? So you see the guy at the top? He has the Gladiator 2 popcorn bucket, and it's shaped like an arena, a battle coliseum, okay? So the way it works is you get this popcorn bucket, and then you use your smartphone. If you point your phone at the popcorn bucket, then what it will do is it will add like augmented reality. It will insert the two guys fighting. So you can see the two guys fighting inside your popcorn bowl arena. Isn't society just about ready to crumble? And I say that as a goof, as a satire of how, people are starving and dying of disease, and meanwhile, back on the ranch, people are spending $25 for a promotional item for a movie where that should have hit that enemy. CGI men clash inside of a popcorn bowl arena. Lawrence says, that's cool. So I'm not gonna go see Gladiator 2. If you paid me like $5, I might watch it on streaming, but I don't think Pedro Pascal, he's nothing to run out and buy an in-person movie ticket for. I mean, he was like just in The Last of Us Part 9. Why do I care about him yet? How is he like now the biggest star in Hollywood? A little bit of Rube Goldberg. How about jumping right into the next bit? Alright. Game of the year, guys. It's coming. And it's fun to talk about the Cilantro controversy. It's not a controversy, it's just, like I shared a thing over on the Discord about how a lot of people were dunking on Cilantro only to then finally get the game and get addicted to it very quickly. But look at this. The Game of the Year category is described as recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Now, if you were to stop and think, what does Cilantro accomplish in terms of its technical accomplishments? Well, first of all, it has dynamic music. And actually, Relax has a pretty good video looking at the dynamic music of Cilantro. But the thing is, you're pretty much sitting at a solitaire station, dragging cards across. And look, Keo and others have made the point, it's all about the gameplay, and I get that. But in that way, it seems like a good contender for mobile board game of the year rather than this game. But it's such an underwhelming year for big ticket games because Jeff Keighley almost certainly has some kind of grudge against Sonic. Just ask Eblo. Oh god, hits the spikes. And so we're not going to see Shadow Generations in the Game Awards. Interesting. Dirty Redneck says, outdone by the Dune popcorn bucket. What's the Dune popcorn bucket got going on? do they make a popcorn bucket bit out of that scene in Dune where he has to put his hand into the compartment of pain and not take his hand out, no matter how much it hurts. And, like, if he takes his hand out, it's like, I don't know, he's not worthy. His whole life is a bust. He's not going to be the next Messiah or something. So yeah, I just put Bellatrix up there with a goof. And I don't know why I put dollar signs on his eyes, except for the reason that I assume Bellatrix, you know, was ineligible for Family Game of the Year. Because it's like a little bit about gambling. I don't know if even money is the currency in that game. But like whenever I look at that Joker and the smile, it's kind of funny to me. That Joker's smile is almost like a sinister smile, like, haha, I'm gonna get you addicted. You're never gonna leave this casino. Stay, look how fun and smiley everything is. Hey, why did I take damage? Gonna go fight Shinobes? So yeah, the thing about Bellatrix is that Bellatrix was nominated for, what, Best Mobile Game of the Year? But also just flat out Game of the Year. So if Bellatrix is so good that it could be nominated for Game of the Year, doesn't that, you know, by necessity require that Bellatrix would need to win Best Mobile Game? How could something else in that category win if it wasn't nominated for Game of the Year? Lawrence was at a party and played the Oil Ocean music. That must have got everyone on the dance floor. And then you heard Thriller in the background, and you realized they have the same rhythm. Do 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 do. That's Thriller. I'd have to cross-reference the Oil Ocean rhythms. So you think Misato Nakamura was into the Jackson? It took me so many years to figure out that the darts actually come out of that platform, you know? Ghost of Burb really likes that face Sonic makes so much. Yeah, when he's in the ice, it's pretty priceless. Oh yeah, you can... Oh, a breakable block mechanic. Returning from Green Hill in Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Don't forget, the darts come out of the thing. Oh god. And the platform itself has eyes. So I should have figured it out many years sooner. Hey, how's it going, Otto? Yeah. Kyo's ready to ask the Bravia question of the hour. I'm just kidding, it has nothing to do with Bravia, but... Damn it. Opening boss. Disastrous. Hey, Vector Satyr is here too. Yeah, and it's looking like Otto, yeah, is looking to race, Sonic CD at some point, like on a stream. Yeah, man, absolutely. I do have more. Did I just get more than one hit? Because I was in the corner? Does that work that way? I could keep a lot of these rings. Yay! Okay, and Kyo, yeah, was questioning about soundtrack of the week on Discord. Do you need music literature knowledge to participate? Absolutely not. Yeah, no. Soundtrack of the week is, you know, as simple as we pick a soundtrack each week. This week it's Freedom Planet. And wait, JJ already finished? So I have 196. What's JJ sitting at now? Wow, he's already got through Stardust Speedway. Yeah, let's see. I'm sure JJ is going to type his final score, which will let me know how many points I need to get in Stardust Speedway if I hope to win. You have 292? When the hell did this happen? There's no way I can win. Well, 292. Wow, bravo, JJ. I don't see myself getting 50k per act, so Redneck says, yipes. But yeah, Keo says, is it like a music book club of sorts? Yeah, when it started, I used to put more music theory-centric observations. I've not been good about that in recent days, months. But at the very least, what it is just to introduce people to new soundtracks. Because they often come from, recommendations of patrons. So that's a way for me to discover new music. Like Third Bruno nominated that SteamWorld Dig 2 game, and I still return to that soundtrack to just music to have on. It's also a great soundtrack to fall asleep to. It's kind of calming, even though it's it's not a scary game, but it's also not bright smiles and Barney dinosaurs. But yeah, certainly anyone can nominate a soundtrack. EB Boy confirms it's good music for digging. Oh, and me and EB are starting a film society club. By which I mean we just talk about movies we saw. Because EB said he watched Goodfellas and also mentioned The Godfather. So I watched The Godfather 1 and 2 in the past couple days, and I started 3 as well. I just have the movie on while working, so I'm not paying close attention to the movie, but JJ is looking to join this club, absolutely. I might as well start a channel on the Discord server for just like movies and TV, instead of just putting that in the random channel. Now, see that harp in the back? Is that a callback to something? Were there any harps in OG Stardust Speedway? EB says, next time you visit the library, you look for The Godfather. I happen to know that it is, so it's currently available on Prime, but there's a catch. And the catch is that it's going away in like 4 days. Yesterday it said 5 days, and today it said leaving in 4 days, so now I know they're not, messing around with that. So I was like, alright, I better just plow through all the movies. Damn it! Hey, how's it going, number 1 over on YouTube? Lawrence saw this cool glitch with Sonic and Tails where you can skip the Quest Garden Zone Act 2 boss. Glitchy glitches. The fuel of speedrunning communities. Some anyway. So yeah, now I think I'm gonna rewatch Goodfellas. Having casually half pay attention, watch it like a few weeks ago, I think. But how about the next segment? This. Alright. It's one of those exciting times where I get to award a prestigious award to me. I want to thank me and congratulate myself for the incredible feat going where no man has gone in several weeks, in that I but I beat that boss of Scary Digital Cyber Station first try. And it was especially momentous because things were looking doomed for that wager. Like when I was doing that was Sonic Advance 2 wager versus JJ. I thought I was as doomed as I am here in this wager right now. Now I just realized that those lightning bugs that shoot their column down, that's a direct reference to the final boss foyer, isn't it? You know, with the crappy hitboxes in CD11. Yeah, do I have a note on file that says, during that laser bit, never go for 4 hits? I have a memory on file that says, never go for 4 hits. Settle for 3, because you'll probably get hit going for a 4th hit. Tails Rules is in the house and says, hello. And ouch. Wow, you know what I just noticed? Look directly above where Sonic is standing. There's that, like, kind of smiling, surprised face. And then to the left of it, there's a sad face. Almost like when you go to the theater, there's the happy mask and the sad mask for comedy and tragedy. They have that at Stardust Speedway. And I guess that's because they didn't have movie theaters back in Stardust Speedway past, so they had to go to the theater. But yeah, all you need to do to beat that techno bass boss, guys, is stand in the middle. That way when the projectiles get launched, you can instantly just kind of hold left to abruptly go left. This act is so awesome. Tails Rules commends me very rightly for making a good future. Now, have I ever rage quit a run of Sonic Mania? I feel like I might have. Like, maybe I got fed up on the Stardust Speedway boss. Like, I'm thinking about it now. It almost feels... Somehow I have this micro-memory in my head that makes it feel like playing Stardust Speedway today... How do you get over these? They're jumping. Oh, they don't go... Abandoned thought. What was I saying? Yeah, it feels like I'm here getting revenge on the whole Metal Sonic bit, and then the upstairs boss fight where you can not cheese it, but feel good about winning. Have good chances you're gonna win. Oh, I love riding these rockets. This was nostalgia fuel when Mania came out, and it's not nostalgia for, like, you know, 90s Sonic games, but nostalgia, like, it just instantly just made me feel the warm, happy Sonic vibes. Riding up that's a gimmick I support. Riding those rockets up into the sky with these beautiful stars that are Starlight Zone stars at their core. Kyo says the ancient Greeks made plays, so it makes sense. Why? Is Stardust Speedway confirmed to take place on Greek soil? Or is that just something Ian Flynn ran his mouth about, and because he is spitting out all these non-canonical details as if they are canon, now Ian ruined it for everyone? Sega has to pre-approve all questions. They have... Aw, damn it. They have to go through the lore master for pre-approval. Thanks, Ian Pardo. We saw what you did. That's a joke, I'm just kidding. But he probably did say something that Sega was unhappy about. Let me close JJ's feed. So yeah, as we say goodbye to the golden era of, you know, Sonic social media engagement, I must pause and say, thanks, Ian. And I'm just kidding about that because I don't know that it was his fault, but it's fun to needle him because of things he's done in the past. Like Blue Ball Everybody's saying, oh, knowing smile. Guys, this Sonic Central tomorrow, you've been so starved for news about Sonic Frontiers. Knowing smile. See you at the Sonic Central. Arrives at Sonic Central. And so instead of showing us Sonic Frontiers, they showed us a promotional animation for Sonic Frontiers. But instead of showing us a promotional animation of Sonic Frontiers, oh no, it was only a glimpse preview. We just saw a static shot of notes. at the Master Emerald Chamber, which is what he already did in Sonic the Hedgehog Adventure for the Nintendo Dreamcast. An underrated console. Almost as underrated as Soulja Boy's gaming console. Fine. Such a joke phase of the boss. Okay, yeah, so Kia was pointing out the Greek architecture style in the Stardust Speedway Pass. What did I say in the Stardust Speedway video? Roman columns? I guess those are technically called Roman columns, but... SMB fan forgot about how Soulja Boy made his own game console that just pretty much has about 800 ROMs. Not approved by Reginald Fairfield Fils-Aimé. Oh god. Too soon. Bombs. No rings. Yes, gameplay abilities. Gameplay abilities. Yeah, and you know, Soulja Boy's gaming console is an important part of, you know, Fire Festival style con job controversies, you know. Let's see. So that was the end of the run. JJ beat me by a great many points, almost 100K. So let's see how the wager paid out. Who was today's biggest winner? All right, the Overdogs won it. And the biggest winner is Hat Kid Sam, who figured, with good cause, that JJ would win. Enjoy some of Law Stream's points, but also Dirty Rednecks. King Molly and Keo picking up W's as well. Nice job, guys. And bravo, JJ, for beating me by a great many points. And correct, Lore Stream. Today's wager was, as we call it, Green Speedway. Green Hill to Stardust Speedway. Ghost of Burb has the... Well, I was going to say Supersonic Lament, but that's actually Supersonic doing his shout when he goes super, which I believe the sound he makes in Sonic 3 is like... Well, it's too high-pitched, so I don't want to try to do it and fail. But it is so adorable and perfect, the sound that he makes. SMB fan says the Hydrosity theme is such a banger. Although that applies to literally every Sonic soundtrack in the history of the series. Especially Sonic Lost World. Have you heard the Honeycomb Highway song in Sonic Lost World? Look out, Sonic 06. I see that you have those Amen Break samples, which also made it into Shadow Generations Radical Highway, and I raise you Sonic Lost World's Honeycomb Highway. It's a banger. Well, guys, it's time for a song request. How about that? Keo says pause the game, save Sonic. Sonic lost air a couple times. So, let me go ahead and pull up JJ's request. Now, a hint that I'll give, and it's such a it's so vague, is that I have watched more than one content slice about this. I won't even, the general of this request. So that barely tells you anything. but it does give you a micro-useless detail that might nonetheless be used. Well, once you hear it, then you'll start to narrow down the possibilities. And we'll see who I would think probably someone could get this right off the bat, but we shall see. So let's hop over to Angel Island. EB has seen The Untouchables and The Departed. Yeah, I saw The Departed back in the day, and that was really awesome, I remember. But I guess I haven't seen The Untouchables. Why don't I know about that? Alright. YouTube window here. So yeah, this week is an unusual week due to the holiday. So the weekend stream is actually going to be on Saturday morning, if you can imagine that. And it's going to start with Tears of the Kingdom, but I'm not sure what to do after that. It's just going to be a casual hangout. We'll find something to play. It'll probably be a Sonic game, but I'm not sure. Captain America 4, A Brave New Disaster. Available now at thecriticaldrinker.whatever. And yes, Ghost of Burb, the Saturday morning stream this week is at 11 a.m. Eastern. Okay, EB says it's about the guy who brought Capone in. That's interesting because hold on, let me pull up the thing. Pardon me. All right. So we got volume. Whoops. All right. Hear that pretty good. JJ wonders if I've made any progress in the shore. No, I haven't, and I'm sorry about that. I don't know how it fell by the wayside, but that is an option. That might be, I could dip into this and that game. Yeah, and Eevee Boy, I think at this point we're leaning toward Friday night for Cart. But I will confirm that on the Discord server soon. Now, yeah, Dirty Redneck is one. Yeah, so me and EB and others have just kind of generally been ever since I put out my Sopranos video. Just here and there mention, like gangster movies. I've been watching some gangster, organized crime movies, I'll say, so as to not glorify and romanticize gangster. Jay-Z, Hova, whatever. Yeah, cool. I'm glad to hear that the Friday cart would work better for EB. Yeah, and I think that it's also good to pick a Friday just for the sake of because we almost always do it on Saturday. I should probably seize any opportunity to do a Friday, including this week. Good distinction, says Dirty Redneck. Yeah. And I will quickly say that I mentioned on the Discord that I kind of thought Godfather 1 glorified gangsters, but the second game seems to kind of rein that in and address it in a meaningful way, so that was good to see at least. But it's not going to stop a certain amount of people from getting Michael Corleone tattoos. Don't ask. Not me, but I've been to enough parties in New Jersey to see a guy that had a mural of tattoos, gangsters, all on his back, including Tony Soprano. EB wonders if they planned that trilogy out beforehand. I don't think so, but also they were based on novels by Mario Puzo. Now, JJ has the hint that this is a Nintendo DS game. EB says Prime Pinball. EB says Prime Hunters. Kyo has never heard this kind of instrument from a Mega Drive game, though. Why, did JJ say, as a hint, this is a Mega Drive game? Hey, Wonder Woman's in time, joining us just in time for the Man of the Hour at JJ's request. He kicked my A's in Sonic Mania by like 100K. Alright, I think someone might have guessed it, but I don't want to be the one to confirm. We get hellos and welcomes for Wonder Woman. Hey, Dem Rupees is in the house. What's up, man? You watched Godfather 1, 2, 3? Okay, Gigi says, why won't you confirm that Eevee Boy got it? Specifically because that's usually the... I don't want to steal the thunder for the, usually, if it's Kyo's request, I'll let Kyo, do the honors. Kyo says, oh, because you just did Fox Boy. Is that from... What's that from? That's a line, right? I thought Metal Gear Solid, but it can't be that. Yeah, well, SMB is getting Genesis sound chip vibes for what it's worth.
Vanguard Act.
Alright, Dem Rupees has seen those classical movies of organized crime, but is not a fan. Wow. JJ says this is his first this was his first Metroid game. Gameplay will appear momentarily, courtesy of Long Play Archives. I like this beat. This makes me think that the same composer was the person who did that good song from Phendrana Drifts. Hey, look, it's Samus. Hat Kid's guess? Chinatown Wars. Is that a GTA-like? EB warns everyone who's pretty hyped for Prime Pinball that it's unreasonably expensive nowadays. Oh, okay. So Chinatown Wars is itself a game under the GTA banner. Dirty Redneck has the... what is it? The way you wrote that looks like a headline from The Onion. Ready? Sad. Only one Toe Jam and Earl ringtone available in the iTunes store. Dem Rupees knows about this game, saying that the multiplayer for this game was incredible, and the game came with little thumb strap stylus. Wow. Fast FPS action? I gotta see what that looks like. I'm gonna Google search it. But Lawrence is taken off over on YouTube, so thanks for joining us, Lawrence. I hope you have a good rest of the night. Oh, here's your 5 chord, and then... No, it went somewhere else, but it was a 5. Wow. EB Boy is, at this time, half sure, which is pretty confident, that Chinatown Wars is the best-selling DS game. But JJ Miyamoto swoops in to say, oh, that would be new Super Mario Bros. Keo has a constructive solution for Toe Jam and Earl ringtone woes. Can't you just put your own music files on an iPhone? That's what I did. Be smart. I put Chrome Gadget on my phone, Seaside Hill. Wow, EB says it's his favorite DS game too. What, Chinatown Wars or NSMB? Yeah, those are pretty much in the same wheelhouse of gaming tastes. Oh, NSMB, nice. Yeah, I never played NSMB, OG. They should do a remaster of NSMB on the Switch Alps up. Alright, Demropy suggested the search DS Thumb Styles. Can't. Bizarre. I can see it, but I don't quite get. I'll have to look up the video. Remember that stylus that fit over your thumb? That came with the... Wait, it came with the original DS? I was thinking it was a pack-in gimmick with Prime Hunters. So this game brings back scanning mechanics. It's nice to see. JJ, for one, has never seen a thumb stylus. EB says the problem with the other NSMBs was the lack of originality and difficulty, which the original had. So then, the games that have a problem with originality and difficulty would be New Super Mario Bros. 2, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Super Mario Bros. U, Super Luigi U, and then, is that it? Because Mario Wonder doesn't have the word new in it, but it does have the same logo text font for the words Super Mario. EB wonders, isn't this the Prime game that introduced Psylux? Is Psylux the enemy that they brought back for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond the Candelabra? Demropes explains you had to press DS buttons and use the screen. So the thumb stylus required less fingers and more dexterity. Ooh, dexterity stats going up. Compared to your bare thumb or the regular stylus. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up a YouTube video to see that in action. EB confirms. Keo says Dark Souls spotted. And yeah, EB says you're probably not gonna play the other Prime games, are you, Alex? I guess not. As much as I want to for, JJ hype, EB hype, Metroid Prime 4 hype, I just feel like Metroid Prime, in terms of streams, they're a lot less attended, and I'm not gonna criticize the Prime games now, but the gameplay and the gameplay loop I always found just always frustrating. There's a Metroid Prime game for me in an alternate universe, but not our universe. Not the universe where Retro Studios was the hired gun. Discuss. EB says it's other M. But no, it's like Other M I love, and it's a totally different thing. It doesn't, like, try to do the same thing. Somehow I feel like in an alternate universe, there could be a good Metroid Prime style game. First person, I don't know if the locking on and, the combat, you lock on to an enemy, you strafe. That feels very kind of limiting. And sometimes it feels like I'm going through the motions. Whereas Other M, oh, I could talk for 2 hours about the greatness of Other M. And I know I'm a minority in that, but there are dozens of us. Alright, JJ says, try the remaster with free aim on. That's an option, but since the game was designed in mind to have the lock on, I would basically be playing an emergent hard mode, and there would be no guarantee from that guy at Retro that it will be a balanced, rewarding, sensible, logical experience. Oh yeah, and Kyo was checking in. No, wait, EB was checking in with Kyo's Super Metroid journey. Kyo hasn't touched it in a while, but will return eventually. Yeah, JJ says the free aim mode comes from Prime 3's overhaul that got backported into the trilogy version. So, yeah, JJ says, what a shame, I will never know the joy of being isolated in Prime. What do you mean, isolated? And, well, let me ask this about Metroid Prime 3. When you sit down to play Metroid Prime 3, is there any option for the lock-on? Or is it it's mandatory free aim mode for Metroid Prime 3? Alright, JJ was just talking about, in a general sense, getting lost in the worlds of Prime. EB wonders if the Prime trilogy on Wii has free aim or not. And hello to the King Samurai, the king of all kings. Okay, so yeah, JJ is saying that for that reason, because Prime 3 has the free aim, it's more designed to be like a more, for lack of a better word, traditional FPS. JJ has the details about free aiming on the Wii. So yeah, I would be open to trying 3, possibly. But I'll just wait for the Switch remaster. So there was a thing that I almost included as a segment, but there were so many other segments. I think it was Good Vibes Gaming put out a video that was about how Nintendo will sometimes, they have a game that they've finished developing, but they'll hold on to it for a good while. And there's been speculation that Metroid Prime 4 Bed Bath & Beyond has been finished for a good while. Whether that's true or not, there's definitely evidence that, because you can often find out if you look into it, you can find out when a game was rated. And if a game is rated, I guess that doesn't technically mean that it's definitely locked in and finished. Because they rated, what was it? You know how Tears of the Kingdom took that extra year to just polish? No new content, just fixing all the issues. I guess the game was rated before that year of polishing. So I guess Nintendo would just have to go to the ratings board, get down on their knees and say, we promise We won't add any... This version you're playing to rate, we're not going to add after this any blood, any more sexy Pora shots. All the sexy Pora shots that are going to be are in there. So rate them as... Is Tears of the Kingdom rated T for teen? Sonic Twime's in the house. What's up, Sonic Twimes? The gang's all here. Sonic Twimes is looking for a vote for President of the Kingdom. Bowser or Peach? I'm gonna pick Bowser because I like Jack Black, and Peach had her moment to be in charge in the movie, and we all know what happened there. Whatever happened there? Whatever happened there? Girl boss. Peach teaches Mario how to game. Only $10 to see the movie in person. I think the song's gonna loop. I need a quick H2O recharge. You know how those things go. And I might do a Dark Souls bonus stream, especially if some of you Dark Souls enthusiast homies, you know, could stick around, you know, and I would get going on it fairly soon so that our Europe and beyond time zone folks could get a glimpse. A little bit more Souls before the holidays, plowing through Blighttown. Wow, EB heard of a conspiracy where Nintendo saw the depths reveal in Elden Ring and pushed development back because they announced that a few days after. What is it? Elden Ring announced their depths a few days after, or so in this conspiracy anyway, Elden Ring's depths get revealed and then Nintendo delays the game. But like, what within this conspiracy hypothesis, what would Nintendo be doing? Oh, to add their own depths? So people think that the depths were only added in that delay? Yeah, I assume that can't be the case. Yeah, and Nintendo, right? It seems not realistic for Nintendo to chase trends and delay a game in order to... Yeah, it is funny. But, yeah. Yeah, because I think it's fairly well established that that year that they did was just for polish. And I always push back when people say, "Oh, good job, Nintendo. Take the time to do it right." And really, that year that it cost them was really just a testament to how unreasonably ambitious they got with the Switch hardware. I mean, I think that Nintendo's whole MO is having, you know, quality games that don't need to be these involved technical achievements. So then to say, yeah, this next Zelda game, we're gonna go way over the top with physics and building mechanics and a massive map in a way that you never thought was possible on the Switch. Is this the right avenue for this? Yeah, JJ. So JJ had said that JJ can believe that, considering how half-baked the World of Tears is. And EB agrees. JJ says Elden Ring DLC does more than Tears does as a full game, so I guess it deserved to be a Game of the Year nomination. Yeah, EB has heard that probably the Tears depths are repeated a lot and very hollow. So EB modded his Wii U. Elden Ring. I'm sure I'll get that eventually. Tim Ropes wonders if we think the next 3D Zelda adventure will be the Breath Tears form. That was the impression I can't cite a specific source, but I kind of remember, Onuma saying that, this will continue to be the blueprint for Zelda, which it's funny that Sonic is doing that too. They've said that Frontiers is the new template, the new normal. EV has the SD card advice. Because JJ is very understandably on the fence as to whether he should mod his Wii U. I mean, JJ can mod a Wii, Wii plain, easy peasy. Wii salad plain. Demropi says, if only From Software could make an Ocarina of Time remake with a loose Dark Souls format, but retaining the great story. Yeah, if these dev companies are gonna be so trigger happy with remakes, why not remake Ocarina of Time? Even if it's not From Software, just get, Ocarina of Time's combat is very, it's so basic. You're kind of just blocking and waiting for an opportunity to hit, I guess. Just ask Ego Raptor about that. You're just waiting the whole time. Eden Boy really just wanted Pretendo to play online and swap save data. And Keo says, speaking of Zelda games, what happened with Hyrule Warriors? I guess I kind of hit a wall with that game. I would return to it, especially if you or others would be interested to see. I don't know if it just started to feel repetitive to me. I still think it's a cool game. It's fun. I've not thought about that game in a while, so this is first time in a while I'm stopping and thinking, because I really loved it when I first started playing it. I was like, this is a cool, just semi-chill game to play. Keo was just curious. Fortnite remix, guys. So there's not a widescreen 4K VR mod for this Metroid Prime Hunters game? Alright. So is Metroid Prime Hunters basically just a DS exclusive Metroid Prime game? Or does it have anything else that makes it like a distinct change of the formula? Keo says you can probably up-red this in a DS emulator. And then EB says multiplayer shooter. So, only like, is this gameplay we're looking at? Is this a one-player campaign, or is this an online? Oh, okay, so EB had said multiplayer shooter is the big draw. So what, can you play multiplayer death matches if you're, you know, all in the same place and you can have the airborne Wi-Fi signal? It's got a campaign, confirms EB. JJ wants to mod his Wii U because, after all, it is the best way to play DS games. Okay, and JJ, in fact, did a stream series on this very game on his old Wii U. Dem Rupees cannot stress how good multiplayer Hunters was. Hell yeah. I'm surprised I didn't know about that. Yeah, with their kids riding the bus to school nationwide, doing Metroid Prime Hunters death matches, and continuing the match even when the bus goes over one of those speed bumps. When I used to ride the bus to camp, it's the same route to the camp every day, and so there was this one road that had some kind of speed bump or a pothole, or I don't know, but it was this specific spot in the specific street. So when we were almost getting there, we'd all get hyped up. Guys, we're about to go over the big... And then when we get to everyone just boom, gets bumped into that. That was, you know, Kino formative childhood memories, I tell you. That was before 4K graphics and VR, save files. We were on an organic adventure. JJ says that Metroid Prime Hunters multiplayer feels like Serious Sam with morph balls. And now you have my curiosity. Serious Sam, that's some good stuff. Multi and campaign. JJ explains that each hunter had their own morph form. Like a different appearance. Like, if you play as Samus, you morph into a ball. But if you play as Adam, you morph into like a triangle that just like kind of bumps and as it rolls, because it's a triangle, it's not going to roll as smoothly. Adam. JJ's favorite was Trace, a red crab-like alien who could turn invisible and strike. Oh wow, so that's a totally different morph ability. Interesting. You'd be invisible. But yeah, that's the second slice of red crab content, because, yeah, Sonic Hub did that swanky box experiment. Can you beat Sonic Superstars without touching anything that's the same color as your character? Find out now, here on Sonic Hub. Better than the Sonic Show. Better than Sam procrastinates. But it's nowhere close to Alex Yo. JJ explains there was a pirate whose body would be half. You controlled the torso as a morph ball, and the legs became a turret that would shot. That sounds like wacky, wild, inflatable fun. Ghost of Burb's got the... Burb. I couldn't see it until I leaned forward. Yeah, looking at this gameplay, I guess there's not a lock-on in this game. Thumbs up, lazy verb. Nice. EB's vibing with this here tune. Whoa, you get like flung through those little skinny tunnels. Yeah, as JJ says, this is no holds barred, straight up FPS. No lock on, no hand holding. Not that it's hand holding. So Federation Force is the one that we don't talk about, right? Hey, it's Samus's iconic ship. To be depicted in Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Alright, JJ says Federation Force was good, it just came out at the wrong time. What's that, like in the dying twilight of the DS? Wow, Demrupi says, because of the touchscreen aiming, it made this an actual high-skill arena FPS. Alright, EB says most people change their tune after a while. So it was kind of like The Godfather 2. There was backlash upon release and mixed reviews, but it was gradually, got a reappraisal as masterpiece status. Wow, JJ says Federation Force came out with a Rocket League clone? That's cool. Why didn't they include that as an unlockable in Metroid Dread? Jeez. EB is excited to get in some Federation Force online play after you mod your 3DS. JJ wonders if Pretendo would be required for that. So yeah, guys, we are winding down. I'm not sure when I'm gonna come on for the but yeah, I'm thinking I will do a bonus Blighttown check-in. I don't know if it's gonna be soon enough for all time zones. So yeah, I would say don't hold your breath waiting because I'm not sure when I'm gonna do that. Eblo has the prime question: is Prime Hunters worth playing? So far, I'm getting the answer is absolutely. I mean, just look at what JJ said. Yes. So yeah, I apologize. I know I said I would turn around and do Dark Souls bonus stream soon, but I do have to pack and do some other stuff. So yeah, sorry for the false alarm. I will stream tonight Dark Souls, but it might have to be a VOD situation for some of us. Eblo, for one, has a 3DS. JJ approves. And, ooh, that's a nice camera angle going through this tunnel. And this is a handheld game? Well, then expectations are very high for Zelda Echoes of Wisdom sequel. With 2D gameplay, there's a shout out to Mario. Dude, all this DS chat brings Dem Rupees back. The DS had such a great lineup. It's really bizarre how the DS is always outside of my awareness. I always knew about it, but there was never. You would think that as much of a game enjoyer that I am, that there would be some series or franchise that would have a DS exclusive game that I just had to play. There was no, Alex Yard focused killer app on the DS. Dem Rupee says the dual screen concept was a hard sell, but oh boy did Dem Rupees enjoy himself. Childhood system for EB, yeah, and that's also part of it, that my childhood console was the Game Boy Pocket, and later a Game Boy Advance. Eblo's hair just turned gray at that prospect. Oh, and Jack Griffiths is in the house giving the shout out to Advance Wars being great on the DS. What did they port Advance Wars to the DS? Or is that a new game for the DS? Wow, JJ says that we very nearly ended up with Halo on the DS. Ghost of Bird bind with Rhythm Heaven back on the day. EB shouts out multiplayer, Kart, Mario Party, NSMB, 64DS. All had elite multiplayers. Just ask Bravia, man. DS Mario Kart on the bus to school? Priceless. Priceless. Oh, okay, so Kyo says that the third entry in Advance Wars is, of course, Advance Wars Dual Strike. Ghost of Burb says that the DS kept Ghost of Burb sane in college. It fades away in old. EB, much like me, has played the first Advance Wars. And I still own it. I played it back in the day, and I really liked a lot of it. But as soon as I got to the Fog of War, it broke my spirit. It felt like they were cheating. It felt like the deck was stacked against me. So the difficulty spike when they introduced Fog of War, that it pains me to think about it. Because up until the Fog of War was introduced, I was like, oh my god, this game is so fun to play. It's just awesome strategy. But you can, take your time. It's turn-based. Eblo 2 has played the first AW. Alan Wake. Interesting. Kyo says, not all campaign missions have Fog of War, so if I had put my head down and powered through, I would have gotten to more open air. JJ easily puts the DS in his top 3 favorite consoles. Dem Rupees didn't like the Fog either. I think he stopped soon. It's a shame. You would think that there would be some option. Wow. Jack says that there's a competitive Advance Wars community with a lot of YouTube commentators. I gotta take a look at that, just out of curiosity. The content about it. Now Kyo says it is an option, but then goes on to say in multiplayer. And yeah, EB, we're talking about, I guess, Advance Wars 1. Eblo is not a fan of most DS songs. You don't like that Rub Rabbit soundtrack? But this is one of those tracks, says Eblo, that understood the sound chip it was working with. This does sound good. Okay, and Jack Griffith says it's called AWBW. You know, Advance Wars by Web. Maybe he doesn't even remember that much fog in Advance Wars. I could never forget it. It was a watershed moment of gaming heartbreak. Yeah, Keo says it's because they're, I guess, if I had just beaten one more level, the rest of the game would have had no fog. Like, and I remember, like, years later, going online to see if anyone shared my complaint. Let's see, if I search on Google right now for Advance Wars Fog Bad. Alright, there's nothing on the Fog of War Bad. Yeah, okay, Reddit. I hate Fog of War. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion or not. I just discovered these games, and I've been playing all of them, and I'm up to Days of Ruin right now. I am absolutely loving every second of this series. But every time I have to play a Fog of War level, I get so frustrated and annoyed. I understand how it can be an interesting and fun mechanic, but it just takes out so much of the enjoyment for me. I love being able to watch all the enemy units and trying to read their strategy and adapt as I go. So when I don't have an opponent to read, I almost feel lost on what to do. I have no idea if this is a common feeling, or if I'm just bad at Fog of War and being a baby about it. Does anyone else feel the same? Are there any tips or tricks I should consider on how to get better with it, or at least be less frustrated by it? Yeah, so this one commenter sympathizes with me by saying that, like, the unfortunate dynamic of Advance Wars is that, you know, you start playing, you do the training, and you're struggling a little, but then things finally start to click together, you're getting into a groove, you're figuring out, and fog. And it always kind of felt, that when there was fog, I couldn't see, right, what the enemy vessels were doing and where they were, but it really felt like the enemy can see everything you're doing, and their moves reflect what you're up to, even though, you know, if it was on equal playing field, they should not be able to see what you're doing. But yeah, Keo says, don't play Fog of War. You don't have to in PvP or War Room. Well, I don't know what War Room is, but I'm just talking about the campaign. The campaign was insanely fun. Up until that point. All this fog, what is this? Silent Hill? South Park 64? Superman 64? Sonic Frontiers doesn't have fog, it has poppin'. Persona 4 moment, does that have a fog? I don't know, abandoned it. Yeah, now Keo says if you're so concerned about fog, just use recon units and light tanks for vision. And you know, even as we were saying that, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, to be able to flourish at Advance Wars probably involves mindfully, spreading out scout units. That the visibility they give you is like their main thing that they're contributing to the fight. Keo says this is like if you played Sonic and Knuckles and gave up at Sandopolis too. Alright, now I'm gonna have to do a research project of how many levels have Fog of War. Once Fog of War is introduced, what percentage of the gameplay and the remainder of the game is foggy? Eblo can totally understand people who give up at Sandopolis too, though. Almost as many people that gave up at the Barrel of Doom and Carnival Night. Good night, everybody. Jack Griffith says, check out Digis or Eleguata. If you're curious, they're entertaining and informative. I'll have to take a listen. Because I've just about exhausted all the videos by the Act Man that are within my interest umbrella. Halo. I can listen to his videos critiquing Diablo 4 are very interesting, even though I played a bit of Diablo 2 maybe back in the day, possibly just one. It's not that Keo's trying to convince me to play, but it's not that big an issue. I'm not alone, though. I mean, just listen to what Black Truth said, Keo. I started to hate Fog of War because the GBA version did so much blatant cheating that I just felt I had to cheese the AI to even have a chance for S ranking. Fog of War missions felt dirty because it felt both players were actively cheating each other to achieve anything. I mean, that comes straight from the mouth of Black Truth, so... Eblo has not beaten any Fog of War levels, or played any Advance Wars at all. I think I bought the sequel? I'd have to check. What is it called? Advance Wars 2 Black Hole Rising or something? But yeah, everybody, I wish you a happy Thanksgiving in advance, or whatever, what's it called? Alternate holiday you may be celebrating. And I know many of you are not Americans, so don't worry about Thanksgiving soirees. It's got controversial lore. Evlo wishes Canadians a happy belated Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving to them rupees. Yeah, I'll be back. So, yeah, I'm gonna announce on the Discord that this week's gaming cart session will be Friday. And it'll start a little bit later than normal. I'm working 3 days in a row, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm working 5 hours a day. So, for that reason, cart will begin not at 7:30, open the lobby, point starts at 8. It'll be open the lobby at 8:30, point starts when EB arrives. Bing. Within reason. If EB takes 2 hours, But yeah, I'm feeling very tired, but I still think I will hop on a little later for some Dark Souls. but I can confirm it will be on the late side. It won't be soon, so, Keo, JJ, don't, change whatever you're gonna do. Oh, I'll stick around because Alex might go live any minute. No, it might not be. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like Jay-Z used to say. I'm sorry. I said I would retire, and then I just came back because it was profitable for you to think that this was my goodbye tour. Oh, last chance to see Jay-Z. We better pay $200 to go see him. He's gonna retire after this. He's not gonna. A couple years later, I'm back. I'm sorry. All right, Keo is gonna maintain Keo's appointment with sleep. That's a good call. Ghost of Burb, have a good one. Jay-Z like the Dem Ropey's like the Jay-Z impression. Yeah, I used to love one. On SNL, Jay Farrell would do a great Jay-Z impression. And what happened to him? Making SNL, getting on the SNL cast is not a guarantee for a successful career. Name one thing Jay Farrell has been in. Exactly. But yeah, Jack Griffith, have yourself a good one. Lawrence was here before. Lawrence, have a good night. JJ, have a great evening. Dem Rupees. Keo, Ghost of Burb, Evlo. I said JJ. If Third Bruno is in the house. Hat Kid Sam. And everyone else watching out there beyond those who are in chat. I thank you for tuning in. By Hat Kid, by Keo. So yeah, I'll see some of you guys later tonight, and many more of you on Saturday, and even sooner for the off-stream cart. Friday night at 8:30. So thanks again to JJ for the great request, and sweeping discussion through many a Metroid title. It was good to check in with Samus. So yeah, everybody, if you're celebrating this week, I wish you a great time with friends, family, and the like. And I'll be talking to you soon. I'll see you on the Discord, where the current soundtrack of the week is active. Not gonna say what it is, you get to become a patron. Wouldn't it be nice to be a patron? I can't wait for you guys to see the new Sonic CD Music Theory video. Coming this Christmas Eve. Get all your Christmas wrapping done by Christmas Eve. That way when true Christmas Eve happens, not a worry in the world. Kick back and enjoy the experience. This has been Alex Yard here on 91.6 WAYZ. Talk to you all soon. Perfect timing, the song loop is about to end. Goodbye. Loop didn't end. I'll stick around. I'm just kidding.